YouTube TV.
Every time, every time. I always click the wrong button to get me on screen. What is up, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Well, not no youngins. You probably shouldn't be watching this. But anyway, how's it going, everybody? It is I, Decrepit. I am here. I am live. We were going to do a hangout with your floppy, but in light of recent events, we went ahead and flipped it over to a solo tirade. So, welcome to another beautiful solo tirade here on a Monday stream, late night. At least it's late night for me over in the States where I'm at. So, we are late night. You are late night here on the Decrepit channel. Welcome and welcome and welcome. I am lit. I am feeling good. Tonight is nothing but peak fire, peak solotisms from your guy right here. I went ahead and I don't hit the Vong Bong, man, because we over at the Knights of Melvin channel, we hit the Vong Bong. But over here on the Decrepit channel, we get Liddy on the Death Sticks. We partake in the Death Sticks. I need to take that banner down. It's making me dizzy. But yeah, we are 10 Death Sticks deep, and we are here. we're going to go over some of the bullshit, some of the crazy stuff that's been going online recently, and we're going to go ahead and just let it all out. We're going to be talking about Den of Shills, Den of Nerds, Joshy Boy from Den of Nerds. It appears that Mr. 1 Hour Notice did a repeat offense tonight, so we're gonna go ahead and go in all out. Real quick before we get into all that, be sure to like, share the stream, guys. Follow me on X if you aren't already. I will be dropping the link to my X account in the description. I'll try to get a share for the chat as well. But first, before we get on that, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to the chat that's already been in here. We had some people in before the show started. Oddball, as always, good to see you. I've been looking forward to this. Dooku, Attack of the Clones. Oh, no, Revenge of the Sith. Fake fan. Already a fake fan. This is the Death Stick, guys. Don't blame me. It's the Death Sticks. We got Oddball dancing to the music. Yeah. Leland March, good to see you, sir. Welcome in. Yes, good times indeed, as I was telling you guys. Hail Decrepit. Hail. Good to see you. Good day. What's up, Narrow Dark? Good to see you, brother. As always, good to see Narrow Dark in my chat, one of my gracious co-hosts. Hello, Leland. Hello. Welcome in. Death Sticks and Crack Pipes here on this channel. Nothing but the best, man. Yeah, I guess you guys can tell I got a lot more hype. I'm a little more energetic tonight. A little crazy. Thank you, Narrow Dark, for throwing down my X account. Link is in the chat, provided by Narrow Dark. All right. So, guys, you see the thumbnail, you see the title. We are here. We are here to talk about some fucking drama that's going on in the fucking Star Wars-esque fandom space, I guess we could call it. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, man. There's so many different sects and tunnels and lines drawn in the sand when it comes to the Star Wars fandom. So I don't know exactly what you want to call all of it, but we're here anyway. We're going to talk about it. Nerd Theory is a popular podcast, for those that don't know, a popular Star Wars, quote unquote, Star Wars based podcast here on YouTube, ran by the channel known as Star Wars Theory. And he has a co-host that was on this podcast by the name of Josh, and his channel is known as the Den of Nerds. He goes live all the time talking about inside scoops, air quotes. You can't see me doing the air quotes, but there's air quotes, inside scoops on a lot of coming up Marvel projects, Star Wars projects even. But, you know, as of late, he kind of laid off on that as well. But yeah, man, they were doing their thing for a few years. He went ahead and quit 1 hour notice the first time around. And Theory was doing without him on the channel. He was doing other shows such as The Rule of Three or Star Grift with Ryan Kindle and Mahler. But might I say, not a lot of those shows ended up lasting too long. I think if you ask me, man, if you could probably ask my co-host in the chat, Narrow Dark, I think our show, given that we've only had a minimal of like 8 or 9 episodes, we've been consistent for probably over the course of like 8 months with that, though, at least be as lackluster as we are releasing episodes. We've been consistent with that. That's probably longer than a lot of Theory's other secondary channels, I might add. Not bad for a little 85 subscriber channel on the over here on this end of the dark corner of the cantina and YouTube. But yeah, we work with what we got, and we love it. We love the community as well. But yeah, man, they went ahead and they ended things, it appears, but we're going to go ahead and take a look. We're going to be looking at some of the stuff that was posted prior to this announcement on X from the Den of Nerds channel. Let me go ahead and share the screen. Shout out to everybody in the room, man. Thank you guys for checking out the stream tonight. Like I said, man, we hit the death sticks a little bit. We hit some of the marijuana death sticks, and we are feeling right as rain tonight. All right. So as of 9:22 p.m., this was about like 8 hours ago, Josh from Den of Nerds posted this post on X saying, "Nerd Theory is a go. See you all soon. Go, go, go." Everything looked like it was all hunky-dory, right as rain. They didn't do a Nerd Theory at the previous 2 weeks, I want to say, because Nerd Theory was getting really shaky with Joshy Boy. He's going off on these really mini tangents, if you will, little tirades of his own, little solo tirades of his own. Ha ha. Den of Nerds, almost said Den of Theory. Den of Nerds, he straight up could not handle the backlash and the ridicule that was the Knights of Melvin and Darth Melvin, leader of the Knights of Melvin. He couldn't handle any of that, man. He couldn't handle the topic being brought up, he tried to say there was no beef at first, and then he came in swinging with "fuck Melvin," calling him a bitch. And like I said, this is not a kids show, so if you got kids in the room, get them out of there, because I did post on X tonight is going to be strictly unfiltered. We're going to talk the raw tax on this. I'm a small channel. I am not monetized. I don't give two fucks. So we are on tonight, like I said, guys. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and back out of this one. We're going to go to the next post that he had. And this was a follow-up 6 hours later saying, "No nerd theory, guys. This is going to sound crazy, but it's a money dispute. I'll explain more soon." And guys, it was pointed out by Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. We're going to talk about him in a little bit later in this stream, but it was pointed out that there's quite a few large YouTubers that literally charge $0 to hop on a stream with them. They literally will like just throw you a bone, throw you a favor, if you will, or try to like help you out, get your numbers up, get your subscriber count up, and they will literally get you on their channel free of charge for nothing, for no reason. This man was getting paid to be on the show on Star Wars Theory's 4 million subscriber channel. This guy was getting paid. I'm still in shock and awe to even realize that conclusion. I knew that there was money getting put in his pocket, and I was under the assumption that it was probably a super chat split or something in that ballpark, right? I definitely think that it was somewhere along those lines that he was getting a super chat. What's the word I wanted? Commission, if you will. Super chats that regarded him, talked to him, were basically saying like, oh, like Theory was probably cutting him some of those, and Theory can't wait to get reading on those super chats when they talk about Star Wars fake news-esque Disney Star Wars shit for like about 30-40 minutes, and then they rush to those super chats. They got to get to reading those, man. That's the whole reason they do the show. And so allegedly, guys, don't want to get slammed for anything from a bigger channel, do we? Not when I'm not even 100 subscribers in. But anyway, this motherfucker was getting paid regardless. This is some crazy shit on this big ass channel on the show that he was probably I like I said, I assumed he was getting super chats cuts, but this guy was getting fucking paid. Crazy shit, man. Real quick, Narrow Dark said, "Gonna need to start charging you $500." LOL. Man, and you know what, Narrow Dark, you would be worth every penny. If I was able to make that happen, you would be worth every penny. Joshy Boy is afraid of the Knights. You know what, man? That fake tough guy shit, that fake tough guy act that this poussoir likes to play out there for people to see. It's really funny, dude. Like people can, there's plenty of Knights and regular folks that see that video for what it is and see his antics, and you can read right through him. You could read right through him, dude. It would not be hard to press a guy like that at all. Real quick, Spidey Seth, welcome to the stream, Spidey Seth. So the fakest friendship of all time and a little paid co-host. What happened to doing podcasts with actual friends? Question mark. That's exactly right, man. I'll speak from personal experience. Like I said, small channel and all that, but I do have a consistent show that I do, and it's Unlimited Tirade, and I do that with Captain Keeley and Narrow Dark here on YouTube. And these guys are slowly like becoming in the ballpark of like my buddies, like my friends that I can like talk to nerd shit when we discuss on the panel, and like we send each other like messages like here and there. We're not friends, but like we're growing to become like past acquaintances basically. So I don't see that once you grow a friendship like you were doing like that, and Den of Nerds was clearly the inferior channel when they started that podcast. So I don't think that I think Theory wanted to help him out because they had good conversation talking about, air quotes, good conversation talking about stuff like the Clone Wars and stuff that hypothesizing what the sequel trilogy was going to bring, because the sequel trilogy still wasn't finished when they were in the middle of that show. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Last Jedi came out, and that was probably a spark for a lot of things like the Nerd Theory podcast, especially a lot of people like Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers speaking out against that movie. You know, a lot of people definitely got big off of speaking out against The Last Jedi. But regardless, yeah, that's some real sad shit, man. That he probably was getting cuts of super chats and then eventually became a paid co-host. That's really something, and is you're a half of the show, but you're getting paid to be there. It's just crazy, man. It's really some crazy shit, and I just can't comprehend it. I could never comprehend charging my co-hosts Keely or Narrow Dark to come onto my channel, or paying them, because like I have no means to do that. And if they wanted to me to get on their channel, they wouldn't have to pay me to get on their channel. I would gladly get on my fellow YouTubers channels to talk about stuff if we're all in the same community. That's just what it is, man. It's love, bro. It's love, and it's not this fucking fake ass shit. Honestly, Theory's tripping for having this guy, and he was paying him. I can't get past that, dude. This guy was getting paid. Real quick, Spider Seth, my brother and I did a 180 some episode, did a 180 some episode podcast. Excuse me, I can't talk today, about games, and we're thick as thieves. That's dope, man. That's very cool. That's very cool. I commend that. I commend that. Josh needs to get his ego under control, because asking for this much when the main pool is Star Wars Theory is just delusional. You know what? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, like, Theory is the bigger entity there. But a lot of people were saying that Theory, you know, and it's very noticeable when you watch the show. Obviously, I watch the show to see what these idiots are gonna say, so we can talk about it and just like downplay anything that they say about like fake Star Wars shit. Oh, excuse me, real quick. Hold on. Allergies are murder out here. But no, man, I think that he was the bigger channel. Bringing him in, it's just preposterous, honestly. And these last few episodes, it was really hyper focused on Josh, because he had all of this controversy regarding with talking shit about Darth Melvin and the Knights of Melvin, talking shit about anonymous YouTubers, just really on this high horse, this pinnacle, this holding himself high above the rest in this like elitist YouTuber mindset. It's really some real cringe shit, dude. Really cringe stuff, talking like a tough guy, talking a lot of game, and really can't back it up morally, because you see here the curtain gets exposed and lifted, and you get to see, everyone gets to see you for all your worth and what you're bringing to the table. And apparently you're bringing to the table bullshit, fake sources, and fake like news, fake news. I hate saying fake news all the time, but it's a whole lot of fake news that comes out of your mouth. So honestly, like, nothing that he says holds weight. Nothing that he says is actually sounds like a guaranteed scoop or an insider look into something that's coming out, because it's all just real grift shit. And you know, like, a lot of people are guilty of grifting. I'm pretty sure I'm guilty of grifting stuff as well. I'm grifting this right now. This is fresh drama. You know what I'm saying? We're all guilty of something, but I don't sit there and I just shield myself from criticism from it. I gladly accept it. Gladly accept it. But I'd never pay someone to do any kind of project with me, said Spidey Seth. Exactly. Yeah. We're all like low level shit, man. We're all down here just trying to be a part of a community, try to talk about stuff we love, try to talk about things that are close to our hearts, like a lot of these franchises and IPs we grew up with, you know, and we hate seeing it get destroyed. And but some of these other people, like Den of Nerds, like Star Wars Theory, try to hold this hopium, try to fill you up, try to fill up their 1,200 to or 12 they're 1,200 to like 1,500 1,600 viewers on their show. They try to swing this copium and this hope, slinging it left and right, however far they can, grifting for the fact that there might be some hope in this future of Disney Star Wars, when we all know all roads lead to the sequel trilogy, all roads lead to Rey Skywalker. So there is definitely no truth and no reason that you guys should be watching them and thinking that there's actual hope in the future of Star Wars content, especially when it's coming from Disney. So we go on to this. He said this, no nerd. Go back to what we were talking about real quick. Reel me in. No nerd theory, guys. This is going to sound crazy, but it's a money dispute. Just puts it out there, airs it out there for everyone to see. And then followed by this. I do not want to verify. Go fuck yourself. Posted an hour after that. Honestly, he says, quote, Honestly, I have no negative feelings towards Theory other than frustration. Well, for being frustrated with someone is kind of leaning towards a negative feeling. uh Anger leads to hate. I told him I needed a minimum of 500, a minimum of $500 per episode, and he was unwilling to pay that. Fuck yeah, dude. That I'm with Star Wars Theory on that one. Go fuck yourself. Oh, dude. Like honestly, Theory should have had Josh on that last episode that he was ranting and raving about Melvin, and just thrown Darth Melvin on the screen and just watch Josh like fucking aneurysm and spasm on live on air. That honestly would have been like really glorious to see, dude. Oh, fuck me. Like Theory, that was a lost opportunity. If you ever hear this, Theory, lost opportunity on that one. Like, fuck this guy, Josh. He is total fucking cringe, bonkers, fucking cancel culture bullshit artist. It goes as follows, continuing on. He said, I also specifically asked him if I could reveal this, and he said yes. That's very interesting to say that when you're airing out the fact that a guy that you're doing half of a show with, yes, it's on his channel, but you're half of the show, but you're being paid to be there. You had to get told you would get some money to come back to the show that you're supposedly to be a half of. And then you have frustration about the amount of money you're being brought to the table is being brought to the table for you to be on said show. And then you say to him you're frustrated with it and you're not doing the show anymore. Now that's what I'm getting from this exactly. Like things spell out for it you if you don't pay, if you're have a low IQ basically. But this is what it's spelling out, that you're not going to be doing the show in the future because you're having this disagreement. And then in the future, if you do stay on the show, all the people are going to mention is that you're just there for the money. This is one of the worst things that you could have put out there for any future potential on that channel with Star Wars Theory ever again. This is honestly like career ending. Not career ending, like yeah, like he'll probably still be on his fucking channel and his community's gonna loathe and wreathe and seethe and fucking screech in their Discord about how wrong Josh was done and how like him asking for money is justified. He has a family, for God's sakes. We're gonna hear shit like that. Okay. But yeah, you had to get paid to be there. Man, dude. And I can't believe you're saying this out loud because you're putting this out there and Theory said you could say this. I don't know if he meant to word it like this because this is probably, you shot yourself in the foot with this. You can feel how you feel about that. Oh, don't worry, we do. We do. Personally, quote, personally, I think I am worth way more than that, but he obviously didn't feel that way. Oh, Josh, go fuck yourself. Oh, you pompous douchebag. Dude, this is crazy shit, man. Personally, I think I'm way more than that, but obviously he didn't feel that way. And I'm with Theory as well on that one. This is probably the live stream where I'm going to agree with Star Wars Theory the most. You are not worth $500. You are not worth $1 to go on a show because you are straight up cringe artist. You are a grifting, fake news grifter, cringe, fake tough guy, douchebag. And you try to act, and you know what? A douchebag, an actual real life douchebag, is probably a little bit cooler than what you are. So let's just go there. Oh man. Same, Star Wars means a lot to me too, man. Yeah. Yeah. Star Wars means a lot to a lot of people. A lot of people in my community. Yeah. A lot of people in my community, a lot of people in the Knights of Melvin community, the Gatekeepers Alliance community. I'm affiliated with all the like affiliated by being a supporter, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, Grizzlies community, we all love Star Wars and we hate to see what's become of it. Like now it's more fun now to watch and laugh, point and laugh at Disney and look at how horrible they can make Star Wars. That's what is entertaining now. Not actually the shows that they watch, but making fun and grifting and pointing and laughing and just being absurd at the fact of what they've done to Star Wars is just crazy shit. But yeah, we're gonna see this tweet again, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this down off screen now. we're gonna see that tweet again right now soon. Let me get that chat off. Appreciate you guys all being in the participating in the chat, watching the stream tonight, guys. Thank you for being here. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the fact that I did mention Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers. He did bring this up tonight, actually earlier on CobraCast. And I watch his streams here and there, man. Jeremy's an entertaining guy. I'm a Geeks and Gamers fan. I like Ryan Kennel, watching his show when he's on, or when he does the daily show on their channel. It's fun, good shit. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and look and present screen real quick. Let's get this up here, and we're gonna go ahead and look and kind of EFAP, air quotes EFAP, CobraCast and Jeremy talking here about what happened with Josh, and we're gonna go ahead and point and laugh at this because this is just a fucking hilarious event to happen. Real quick, Spidey Seth said, "Big YouTubers killed the platform for everyone, especially us guys on the ground. I've been around this platform from childhood to mid-20s, and people who bank off trends with no talent. Yeah, that's the thing, my friend. I haven't done a video in a while. I've been like consistently streaming though, because streaming is a lot easier. I can just sit here and talk instead of like taking time to make a video and editing, and like it takes me hours to put a video together undisturbed basically. But like when I do videos, like I like to do old school editing and like just be kind of like my own entity, my own way, do things my own way. Like sure, like you might buy like bite a couple things from people here and there, but being your own self like sustaining creator is really rewarding in the end, man. And a lot of these guys that get to like these big numbers by grifting off of things consistently, like I do it a little bit, but I can't do that like every day, every minute of every day. It's quite exhausting. So, but yeah, I definitely I definitely have been on the platform as like another channel, or like another user on the platform, but I never had a channel until recently when I made this channel, the Decrepit channel. So I was on this platform watching guys create stuff for years and years until I decided I wanted to go ahead and give my go at it. So, but it's fun, man. It's fun. I have fun though. Succeed. I mean, yeah. While we slave away and get nothing, but it's just for fun anyway. Exactly. Yeah. Precisely. But all right, let's go ahead, guys. Let's go ahead and look what Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, but he's on the CobraCast stream on this one. This is what he said about the Den of Nerds tweet.
Okay. So I my saying, those that preach the loudest have the most to hide.
True. Very, very true. Oh man. This is really good, guys. If you guys haven't watched this yet, it's very good.
I think self-awareness is a very, very powerful thing.
Also very true. The amount of self-awareness that Josh from Den of Nerds has is 0. -2.
And so right here. So right here, you guys remember I reacted to this a couple of weeks ago with Josh from Den of Nerds.
Josh from Den of Shills, correction.
And basically because I responded to a tweet, and then Josh wanted to, have me on a stream,
which
to talk.
Jeremy's never gonna have him on the stream. Let's just he kind of like says like I don't know if we're lining up, and he might have danced around it the last time he brought this up, but Jeremy would never have this guy on a stream.
About it. Let's listen to this clip one more time for context, and then we will talk a little more about it. So this is all because of a rumor that Kathleen Kennedy's not responsible for the destruction of Star Wars. He says
that's a crazy thing to grift on, about KK not being instrumental in the destruction of Star Wars. Crazy grift, fake news shit.
He has a source, blah 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 blah. He apologizes, yada yada yada. He mentions me here on the live stream. So let's listen to this part really quickly.
So here's what I want to know about the Kathleen Kennedy situation. We'll just have like a conversation about this, right? I guess, it's all starting to kind of get out there a bit. I saw Geeks and Gamers covered it. I saw Jeremy talking about it a little bit, which, by the way, open invitation to Jeremy if he wants to hit me up. I tweeted at him or I replied under his post and I said, I think we should talk about this on live stream. It's totally up to Jeremy if he doesn't want to do it or whatever. But
why would this guy Josh automatically think that he's in like the realm to just put that out there and say it publicly, like, I think we should just do this on a live stream together, because he thinks he's on the same level, because he thinks he's in YouTube elite status?
I think it'll be kind of interesting because Jeremy and I actually have a history with this exact topic and sort of talking about this way back in the day. We did some live streams. I made a video about the Fandom Menace. Interestingly enough, within that video, I pulled this clip of Jeremy from a live stream, and a lot of people got mad at me because they said it was like a gotcha, or like I pulled out like a really selective clip or whatever, which, you know, it's kind of ironic because I think nowadays Jeremy like really leans into grifting from what I understand. So
Oh yeah, of course. He owns it too. He's been quoted multiple times. He is a grifter. He leans into it and makes profit.
he would actually even more so appreciate the point I was making back then now, and we could actually have a conversation about it. But like, so I saw a clip of Jeremy where he talked about how he had Kathleen Kennedy in the thumbnail and in the title for a stream that was talking about Star Wars. And somebody was like, somebody in his chat was something like, I don't think Kathleen Kennedy has anything to do with this. And Jeremy literally says in the stream, and I think I still have the video. Jeremy,
you definitely still have the video, dude. Come on. You said you keep receipts in another stream.
literally says in his stream, like, yeah, it's called clickbait. Like, I know I put Kathleen Kennedy in there. People are going to click. I know I'm going to do this. What do you want from me? I'm a YouTuber or something like that, right? Which, again, I think nowadays he would be very open to admitting, like, yeah, that's the game. We find the thing. We make a million videos on it. We farm that shit. Like, I think he'd be really willing to admit that and have a conversation about it. The reason that's relevant.
So this is that.
The face that Jeremy made right there. Found it hilarious.
This is that kind of moral superiority bullshit where, like, the bottom line is, if you're a YouTuber, you're in it to make money. That doesn't make you a bad person.
I'll disagree with that. Like, I'm a YouTuber and I'm not in it to make money. Like Spidey Seth right there said, like, we do it for fun, you know, slaving away, but do it for fun. You know, there's a lot of work that goes into being a YouTuber, and unless you break that ceiling into the different category of like the size of YouTuber you are, you're just doing this for fun. You're not really making any money. So I disagree. I don't think everyone gets into this to make money. There's a lot of people that do this just for the fuck of it.
That's why the fuck you're doing this.
No.
There's no other reason. There's no reason to say anything other than admit why the fuck you're doing this. Okay? And this holier than thou bullshit, okay?
Yeah, there you go. Like, we're getting around because I know he had to revamp with like the video and show the clip, but now we're gonna get to where he like talks about the tweet and stuff. But yes, this holier than thou, this elitist, this sitting on a pedestal, pointing down and judging everybody. Oh, this is so good, man. I wish I had clips. I would be playing the Scott Tenorman tears from South Park clip where he's just sipping on the tears while Scott Tenorman's throwing up his parents from eating them in the chili. This is just such a great moment. That's why I played that for the intro, man. These are the good times. This is a great moment. This is a great day for our space.
So this is, and I have never, like, me and Josh have had our differences for sure. I don't dislike Josh or anything like that. But
I do.
I don't like this mentality of like trying to, you know, be like, oh, you know, a clickbait is so offensive or grifting. Well, fuck off, okay? So the reason I bring all of that up is Josh from Den of Nerds just sent out a tweet, a very interesting tweet. Now, him and another person that I know, Star Wars Theory, they do a show together called Nerd Theory over on Star Wars Theory's channel. Now, Star Wars Theory is the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, and it's not even close. He's got like 3-4 million subs. Okay.
Yep, these are all facts.
So him and Theory do this show together called Nerd Theory. He tweets this out right here. No nerd theory, guys. This is going to sound crazy, but it's a money dispute. I'll explain more soon. A money dispute from Mr. He'll probably, I think he actually admits that he does lean into this for grifting. A money dispute to fucking sit on a live stream and talk about Star Wars.
Exactly, man. Star Wars is not even like real Star Wars. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry, guys. I thought we lost the screen. My bad.
Other than frustration, I told him I needed a minimum of $500 per episode, and he was unwilling to pay that. I also specifically asked him if I could reveal this, and he said yes. You could feel how you feel about that. Personally, I think I am worth way more than that, but he obviously didn't feel that way. Now, there's a couple of different angles.
Oh yeah, there is, especially coming from this fig. Ha!
Okay, either you're trolling, which I totally respect.
I disagree. I don't think this is a troll. I think this is a very, very real post. I think this is a very real feeling and emotion coming from this guy. Yeah, he wears his heart on his fucking sleeve. This guy.
Or you're grifting, which I totally respect. I don't care what the answer is, but either answer shows that you don't actually believe in this moral superiority bullshit that you claim you do. Again, go back to what he said about me in this clip, where he's like, I think Jeremy would just admit that he just clickbaits and grifts.
Yeah, it's called clickbait. Like, I know I put Kathleen
to talk, which again, I respect. Or he literally thinks he's worth $500 fucking dollars to be on a fucking panel stream.
That's pretty much it right there. He does believe and he does feel that he is worth $500 to be on a stream on the biggest Star Wars channel. He's like, oh well, you're the biggest channel. Let me wet my beak a little bit. That's how he sounds, man. This is like, you can't fix this.
Now, Josh has been critical of me and how I operate on YouTube. He's been critical in terms of like, you accepted money to go on anybody's stream ever.
Oh, here we go.
Something I have never done.
Here we go, right here. This will be the last thing for Jeremy that we show, and then we'll close it.
Never accepted money from another streamer to appear on their fucking channel. Ever.
And Jeremy is literally one of the biggest, like, super chatted streams on the platform, mind you. Let's just call it what it is. He admitted it too. He, like, the reason he's doing this is for money, and he's up there and he rakes in a lot of revenue from his streams.
I've never accepted money. I've actually turned money down because now, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with paying people that appear on your streams. I'm not saying
there is kind of something wrong with it though. I'll say it.
I know people that do it, and that's totally fine. I personally, the guy that Josh has a problem with about my clickbait thumbnails, well, I have never accepted money to go on anybody's stream ever.
Yep.
Zero. This goes all the way back to the High Council days, all of that. Because for me, it's just always about like, if I'm on streams like with Friday Night Tights or, going on a drinker show or wherever I go, like I'm doing it because it's for the love of the game, man. I like being on there with my friends and talking about the shit that we're talking.
Yep. That's exactly what I said too. It's all about the love for what you're doing, what you're talking about, the franchise, the IPs that you're discussing and talking about amongst fellow peers and like-minded individuals that enjoy it. So, yeah, I think we can go ahead and stop sharing this right now. I just wanted to get you guys to see that. That was a big shock to me. Oh god, it always blows my head up. But this shit was a real big shock to me, honestly. I was scrolling through a particular Discord, and someone had mentioned that CobraCast was meant talking about Den of Nerds again, and I clicked on that, and then I saw the tweet, and I was like, "What the fuck?" This guy tweeted, and then I ran to the tweet that Den of Nerds himself put out, screenshotted it just in case. You never know if he's gonna delete something. You always got to screenshot stuff, but regardless, he fucking posted that, and I couldn't believe it. And then I was waiting for Nerd Theory to go live. Nerd Theory never went live tonight. Star Wars Theory did not go live tonight. I think the last live stream that Star Wars Theory did was like a late night stream, and he was a random one that he just started to do, and he was like talking about like a Game of Thrones show, I think, if I want to remember correctly. But yeah, man, this guy literally tweeted that out. I saw the tweet from the Discord share on a particular Discord I was looking at, and then I just went soaring. And man, I just started watching the CobraCast footage, started to see what other guys in like EU spaces and Gatekeepers Alliance spaces were saying about it. And it is a crazy event that has happened tonight. Nerd Theory is definitely possibly no more. I definitely believe that in my heart of hearts that Joshy Boy is no longer going to be featured on the Nerd Theory show. He has aired out the fact that he had to be paid by Star Wars Theory. A minimum of $500 is what he wanted, and Star Wars Theory was like, "Nah, I think I'm good." So you know what? Like I said, this is gonna be the most kudos I ever throw in the direction of Star Wars Theory's channel and the individual himself. But good for this guy Theory to like say, "Nah, fuck that. I think we can do without you." He's just gonna bring back Dash or Dash Wave or whatever that guy's name is. I know we call him, to laugh, we call him Mrs. Dash, but he's definitely gonna bring Dash back. He's definitely gonna bring back those other two guys that he was discussing Star Wars with as well before. I don't know what happened to him having Star Wars Sith and that one dude. I think his name was Diamond or something like that. I can't remember that guy's name. That's how long ago it was. But he always has a interchanging Rolodex of co-hosts that grace his channel to try to see what sticks. And it just, unfortunately, he tried to make it happen again with Joshy Boy from Den of Nerds. He tried to make it happen his damnedest, and he could not get it to stick. Josh was too volatile coming back. The disdain of Star Wars was still fresh in his mouth. He was getting very triggered by a lot of the Knights of Melvin commenting on the fact, because Theory wanted to have Melvin on the channel. Mind you, Theory's on his channel. He's the bigger YouTuber, and he was paying Josh to be there, and he wanted Melvin on the show. He wanted Darth Melvin on the fucking show. Theory totally wanted that. It was going to bump up some engagement, get some super chats going. His fans versus the Knights of Melvin fans, kind of mix it up in the chat, talking a little smack. It would have been crazy. It would have been nuts, man. It would have been a nice thing to happen for the fandom. Maybe some of us could have hashed out some of the things we disagreed with and come to the conclusion that, hey, you're a fucking Clone Wars fan. You love Dave Filoni. I fucking hate that guy, but we can at least agree that the 6 movies are peak, right? We can at least agree that the Tartakovsky Clone Wars was probably better. Maybe we can agree that we read a lot of these books from the EU. You might call it Legends. I disagree with you that you call it Legends, and I think you're kind of like stupid to be a Star Wars fan and call it Legends. But I'll put that as calling you names and set it aside, and we can go ahead and agree that we like this book, like that book, and we like the 6 films, and we can at least discuss and build on that. We have some foundation to build with some of the other guys in the fandom, and we definitely love Star Wars. We love George Lucas shit. We love other things too, man. We love video games. I'm sure we can meet ground on video games as well. Star Wars video games even. Like, fuck it. We can go that route too. But we have many reasons that we do this, and Star Wars Theory could have had a moment where he could have just ignited a fire and just like thrown a fucking grenade into the bar and just walked away and let the explosion happen, and what happens afterwards is the outcome. It honestly could have just went so many ways, but unfortunately, this man went ahead and he's no longer going to be featuring the guy that was a volatile powder keg to ignite something for his channel to get maybe a little fucking more, traction going on his live streams. But hey, you know, I don't want to see him succeed because he still talks about fake Star Wars and he kind of shills and puffs that hopium. But yeah, this was definitely an interesting thing that happened, man. Like crazy, really crazy. Diamond Figs, that was his name. Okay, thank you, SWA. Hail SWA. Welcome to the stream. Spidey Seth said, "While I despise Hollywood, even certain voice actors appear on people's channels for free. Not everyone's out for cash, but more so passion for the roles they play in iconic franchises." Yeah, man, exactly. The actor, he did physical acting and voice acting as well for Kyle Katarn in Dark Forces and Dark Forces 2. The guy who played the guy, I forget his name, man. I'm a fake fan for that, but I don't remember his name off the top of my head. Dum-de-dum. It is Jason Court. There we go. Jason Court. He was the live action cutscene actor for the game, and he hopped on somebody's podcast recently, or like he hopped on somewhere and did like a fucking 45-minute like interview talk, and it was great. Like Jason Court's a great guy. He's living out in California, I've heard, and he's like making wine, doing grape pressing and all that shit, living his best life. You know what I'm saying? He went into a trade, went into a regular life, and he did something cool with his life as on top of that, on top of being a successful businessman. So that's something to commend right there. And he hopped on that, and I'm assuming he hopped on this small channel for free, and they had a great conversation, and they were just discussing their passion for something other than real life stuff, something that they can get lost in a fantasy. So people love it, man, for interviews and stuff. Yeah. Yep. Nah, Theory is a shill. No excuses. No, I hear you. Like I said, at the end of the day, I still disagree with him heavily. I really do. Really do. But there's a lot of his fans that have been led astray, and I feel like we could scoop up some of those people for our side, and we could get them seeing a little clearer. That's why I thought the merger, if it happened, man, if it happened on his channel and Darth Melvin got on there, because Melvin would have done it. He didn't need to, mind you. Melvin does not need to do it. He doesn't need to do it. He's been on the channel before, and you know he's been exposed to their audience, but the audience is always shifting, always changing, maybe on a rotation. You know what I'm saying? So we could have maybe got more people on this side, but you never know what happens, man. Like I said, it would have been crazy to see it happen. Did it need to happen? Is it gonna happen? Probably not. I agree with you guys. Like I say, I could tangent a little bit, and like I said, I don't want to completely cut people off, but you know, it's getting to that point where, and personally, I'm getting to that point where I'm like, you're either with it, or you either hate, you either want Disney Star Wars to fail or you don't. They should have joined already. I hear that. I you have a valid point, SWA. You have a valid point. Yeah. But man, yeah, this was a crazy event, man. This is a crazy event. And I went ahead and I admittedly so grifted off of this drama to do something for a stream tonight, because I was thinking about like talking about something for like comic book oriented, but the last hangout with your floppy we did was so like jam packed with knowledge and discussion, and I just wanted to plan a little bit more on top of what I already felt like bringing up with the next go around. So next Monday will be like a real banger hang out with your floppy stream for certain. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat tonight, man. Appreciate you guys showing support and saying what's up, and then also being part of the discussion. That's always a treat. But yeah, for the future, man, for the future, anyone feel you guys can air your guys' opinions as well. If you're watching the replay, hit us up in the comment section and let us know what you think. Do you think this is the end of Nerd Theory for good? And what do you think is going to take its place? If then nothing takes its place and Theory goes back into his old habits, that's just going to be, it is what it is. And this was a wasted opportunity. That man, Den of Nerds, the Den of Shills, he is a total fake news grifter. He is a fake fan in my eyes. You had to get paid to talk about Star Wars when there hasn't been real Star Wars coming out for years, and you had to get paid to talk about Disney Star Wars. That says something too. If he was getting paid regardless, but prior to this information coming out, I think definitely that Star Wars Theory should get the side eye, and people should look at him and be like, "You were paying this guy really to come on your channel? You were really paying this guy?" That's some real weirdo shit, man. For certain, for real, weirdo shit indeed. To be paying den of shills to come on your channel to talk, and it, like, he probably wanted more engagement, and it just didn't work out. Like, and Theory was not enthused. You could see it on his fucking face every time. And he says he has resting asshole face or dick face or bitch face, whatever you guys want to call it. But he definitely was not enthused to do that show. Spidey Seth said, every time O3 Clone Wars is brought up, I feel this insane joy, but then I get sad because Filoni ruined it all with TCW. Well, you know what, man? You don't have to own the TCW or ever put it in front of you on a screen. So we can, like the sequel trilogy, I don't own it. I don't have Disney Plus, so I don't see it when I scroll anywhere. I can just pretend that it never happened. We have the 6 films. We have the O3 Clone Wars. We have all the the behind the scenes footage too on the DVD sets and the box sets, what have you. We have the expanded universe, the amazing expanded universe, full and jam-packed comics, trading cards, toys, and especially of all, the great stories in the books. We have the expanded universe to guide us into the story of what happens after Luke Skywalker kills the Emperor and Darth Vader. Or Darth Vader killed the Emperor. You guys know what I'm saying. When he defeated the Empire, you guys know what I'm saying. I don't have to tell you twice. Bring back Mauler. Bring back Mauler. You know what, man? I enjoyed the Stargrift show so much because I was there every time that show was on just to fucking watch Theory get so uncomfortable, and Ryan Kinnell is fucking just letting it fly. The chat on Theory's channel absolutely despised and hated Ryan every time he came on the show. They cannot stand it. They tolerated Mauler, even though Mauler still gave backlash for a lot of the shows and the movies being just utter shit. And that was a real grifting hopium crowd that they were hoping what came next was going to be the shit. So, but yeah, it was great to see the Stargrift show. And like I said, Mauler, I'm a fan of Mauler. Mauler's a real enthused lad, and he's a very articulate gentleman when it comes to getting your point and debating things across. But Ryan Kinnell has no fucking filter and just lets it fly. And I really, I hope I can articulate myself well enough to let it fly off the handle how that guy does in the future with content. But until that day, that guy reigns supreme. He is a fucking tirade maniac for certain. And it was just great. Yeah, like Casual Chris just said right here, Stargrift equals Theory getting exposed farm. Exactly. There's so many clips. I even use clips from their show to counter and use against Star Wars Theory himself. So it was just it always was the gift that kept on giving. I think HK47 is my favorite character. Meat bags. Statement. You are a meat bag. SWA, that was ooh, dude, I think it's because I asked you last stream and you finally thought about it and you're like, yeah, HK47 is my favorite character. I can second that. He's up there. HK47 is up there. George kind of had some cool ideas about Mando culture. George, not Filoni. Yes, Friendly Dark Wraith. Friendly Dark Wraith. Welcome to the stream, guys. If you guys are new here, be sure to like the stream. And if you guys feel so humble, leave a subscription. We're always streaming every week. If not Monday, then every other Thursday. Real quick. Oh, I already said that. Rags the furry needs to go. Well, what off of EFAP from Mauler's channel? Yeah, I don't agree with the furry lifestyle. I think those people are definitely along the lines of degeneracy. But definitely pay him no mind. He doesn't really make me feel like I need to say anything about him, honestly. Friendly Dark Wraith said, best clanker. the best clanker, HK-47. Can you imagine a bounty hunter game where you play as HK? That would be sick. That would be very cool. HK-47 has all this entire arsenal of like vaporizing cannons and flamethrowers and all the built-in like accessories. Just upgrade the skill progression and the customization system for equipment and like upgrades and shields that you get in KOTOR and KOTOR 2, and you're golden. Spidey Seth said, dude, the John Boyega thing, Theory fake being mad about was hilarious. Then he turns around and gives him a free Theory saber. Yeah, man. That is I love how you say that, Seth, because that was actually what kindled and inspired the first ever solo tirade that I did. It's in my live stream playlist for solo tirade. The first one I ever did had to do with the fact that it was the John Boyega nonsense. John Boyega called people racist, and Theory got all butthurt and upset about it. And he was like, "Bro, I thought you were like based. I thought you were like putting it to Disney, and like you didn't give a fuck about Disney, and you weren't ever gonna like bow down for them again because you said you're not gonna." It was out there. John Boyega was not pleased with the results of the sequel trilogy on his career, so. And he thought it was very a lot of virtue signaling from the company. Real quick, I need to take a swig of water. I've been going crazy with no water. Now that's high quality H2O. All right. Dark Race said he doesn't do much in the streams anyway. Oh, Rags. Yeah, I hear that. He repeats and tries to twist Mahler's words, in my opinion. Rags? Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I don't really have nothing to say about that dude. Who was the guy that used to always like go fucking crazy on EFAP? I forget, it wasn't Metal. It was somebody. It wasn't Metal Commander. It was some guy that used to like always like just fucking rage on EFAP. I wonder how much longer until AI can decently adapt an EU novel as a movie. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the EU stuff getting adapted. Like there was the scene basically from Truce at Bakura, the novel Truce at Bakura expanded universe novel, and there's a scene where Leia is in like her quarters, and the apparition or the Force ghost of Anakin Skywalker comes to Leia, to her, and like tries to like make amends, and he's like, oh, like forgive me, Leia, or like I understand if you can't forgive me, but just know that I do love you, and you know, like it was just a real hard moment for her. But somebody reimagined that in AI, and I definitely think that it's an interesting concept to watch some of these things come to life. But at the same time, man, I'll be honest with you guys. You guys can disagree with me. It's okay. But I'm not really big on the AI systems and the AI stuff that's been going on with technology. You know, I think that we just got to stick to creation by normal people creating stuff and putting their hard work out there. You know, AI is a real big shortcut for a lot of people. So if you disagree, it's okay. We can agree to disagree. But I have been seeing it, and some of it is cool. I'm not going to react to all of it like somebody like Theory. I'm not going to sit here and live stream and react to AI videos. It's kind of weird and cringe. Neurodark said Rags is a jackass. Right on. Wolf. Yeah. I loved Wolf from EFAP. I loved him. I heard he's like he just edits their stuff now. He doesn't really go on stream. He must have said some gamer words or something. That guy used to go the fuck off though. Fringy's funny here and there, but nah, it was Wolf. Yeah, that guy was hilarious. Sora 2 was a big improvement over previous video generators. Right on. It's gonna happen regardless. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I don't want to admit it. But yeah, I know AI is gonna be more and more prevalent. There was that AI robot that I was watching Asmongold's stream about that, and there was an AI robot that was previewed, and that shit looks creepy. Got to use the brain. That's right, brother. That's right. What's the problem with Rags? Is he a leftist or something? Not judging. I don't know. I don't know what his political affiliation is. I'm not concerned with it either. So there's just people that just find him annoying and like he adds nothing to the podcast. That's not my feelings personally. That's what I've heard people say. So, but we're not here to talk about him. Wolf streamed Gollum a little while ago. Good for him. I think he toned it down. If he does hop on a live stream or if he is like speaking on the internet, I heard when I've seen, he definitely has toned it down. AI slop is ruining the internet for me. I know, man. I don't like seeing it. I told I have a group chat with friends of mine on Instagram in my personal life, and I was sitting there and a couple of my buddies sent me like AI videos to laugh at or to look at, and I said, "Stop sending me this shit, dude." I'm like, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to perpetuate the algorithm to look at AI slop. What does Fringy even do with YouTube? Just EFAP? Yeah, so I've heard. He has a few videos on his channel. Rag strikes me as an ANCAP. I don't know what that is. You think I'm calling him a jackdesk because he's a leftist? Get a grip, bro. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. Who the fuck knows? The problem with AI is normies don't know what's accurate to the source material. Yeah. Yep, that's definitely a part of it, Chris. I don't like watching a conversation of like Anakin and Qui-Gon that somebody made up. But if somebody like goes true to dialogue, like there was an AI of like Palpatine talking to Count Dooku, and it's ripped right from the Revenge of the Sith novel, and I was just like, oh, that's neat to see it like visual. God damn it, I almost bit my fucking tongue. I'm a specialtism tonight. But it was like a cool visual to see, like to see the actual dialogue performed in a way. So it's got its moments when you're like, oh, that's kind of cool, or like, oh, it's never gonna get made by Disney, so it's kind of neat that someone went ahead and did it themselves. But I like watching like an old school fan video where it's like you get the buddy in the group that looks the oldest and paint his hair white and put a fake beard on him and give him the curved red lightsaber and call him Count Dooku. And then you get your buddy that has like the greasy long hair. Maybe he gets shortened a little bit. Give him the blue lightsaber wearing like a brown bathrobe. And those guys are quoting the movie or the book, and they're like just recording themselves in the backyard. Like I like stuff like that. I like the old school fan film stuff. The old school fan films are fun. Maybe one day we'll stream and we'll watch like, oh, you guys remember Thumb Wars? I that just took me back. Maybe one day we'll like stream that. That sounds fun. Anytime I see a fan made trailer, if the thumbnail is unbelievable, I watch it, then I realize it's fucking AI. I'm so sorry, SWA. There was that fan made or I know what you're talking about, like a fan made trailer put together, but there was a fan film that I reacted to it. It's posted on my videos here on the channel, but I reacted to the 212th fan film that has to do with like Commander Cody's garrison from the Clone Wars era, or it's more like Revenge of the Sith era, but that one was pretty good, and it looks the graphics in that one is breathtaking. The animation's great. So I don't know if anyone's checked that out, but go ahead and check it out. And I'm not saying check out my video, but go check out their video in general. It's very, very good. The faces look weird in the AI animal style. Yeah. Yeah. And it's the one that I was mentioning, the one where it's Count Dooku and Anakin Skywalker like talking with each other, or Anakin Skywalker. My brain doesn't work tonight, guys. Too many death sticks, like I said at the beginning of the stream. Count Dooku and Palpatine, that one where they're talking together, they're not like looking at each other. It's like a slow zoom into the face, and they're like talking like to the corner of the screen, and it's just like weird angles that you wouldn't be using in a conversation between two people if you were filming it. You know what I mean? So AI still has a long way to go before it looks like dangerously realistic to like a movie acting and dialogue delivery. In the truth, AI is merely pulling from a database lazily and hastily it together fake throwing it together, faking supposed intelligence. It lacks creativity or originality, stealing copyrighted assets for video creation. Yep, guaranteed. Fully agree with this. Fully agree with this. The lack of creativity or originality, especially because it's doing the hard part for you. It's doing the piecing together part for you, and it shows because it can't capture the human spirit when you watch AI content and stuff like that. But very insightful things given to us by the chat tonight. Thank you guys. Appreciate your contribution. Nothing wrong with stealing copyrighted assets from Disney in Minecraft. Exactly. Everything in Minecraft, guys. Everything in Minecraft. Man. I want to smear you in Minecraft. But man, you know what? We've been going for an hour tonight, and then we went ahead and I ranted, I tiraded about what I wanted to say. We had a nice little conversation afterwards, so I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much. Shout out to all of you in the chat. But we might just go ahead and wrap it up there. I think that wraps what I wanted to cover. I gotta go eat dinner. I gotta wake up early for work tomorrow, so we're gonna go ahead and probably just call it there. If you guys are new to the channel, appreciate you guys being here. Welcome in. Welcome to our community over here on the Decrepit community. Go ahead and give us a follow and a subscription if you haven't already. I will link my X account in the chat. Hit me up on X. My DMs are always open. I will never block or ignore you. I will always try to reach out if you reach out to me. Like I said, go ahead and drop a subscription if you're feeling generous. Like the video and share with your friends. We are streaming Unlimited Tirade next week, not this upcoming Thursday, because unfortunately I have a friend that has a birthday surprisingly this week, and I just was reminded about it yesterday. So we're gonna go ahead and do Unlimited Tirade next week. Hey, catch me on the Monday stream with Hang Out with Your Floppy, where we're going to be discussing comic book topics, comic book releases, and recommendations. So yeah, hit us up on the streams, hit me up on X, and we will see you all next time. And remember, guys, may the force be with you all, and go fuck yourself. Bye, guys.